Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number one team in the country, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Bruce Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the room. Guys, we are ready to tee it up.
Here we go.
The Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. So the Georgia Bulldogs return team will have that offense backed up. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage.
This they had a Lamar Jackson.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Looking to throw on second down. Fires into traffic.
Yes, sir.
He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job.
Okay, we gave up 2 touchdowns last week. But this is what we're going to not good against the pass?
For a big interception early, that should be massive for their confidence.
Wow, that's what we're doing today already? I feel disrespected.
The Gamecocks offense will take the field for the first time. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early.
But it's, I can't, because I'm not going to be able to get hands on him. Run him over.
How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
Do it again.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy.
There we go, there we go. I love it.
In the end, they're effective and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And this offense has really got to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running.
Nick does not have 99 speed. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, he has 93. What are we talking about?
Get down now into a roll-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score.
Celebrate. Dance on.
Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Oh, he missed it. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard play. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position.
You look too big to be trying to kick return. Like a tight end.
And that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You gotta
Hey,
go
George,
out,
you gotta
your
tackle
plays.
in.
I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it.
Trey.
6-yard pickup on first down.
Right
Leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw.
He goes vertical and he's short. Pick it up. There we go.
The Dogs will move the sticks.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. A strike downfield.
You're my corner, so you must have been burnt right
to the
there.
47-yard line. The Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started with championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic, throwing the football down the field.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance. Right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield.
Max, really good.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage, because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
It's really frustrating for the defense when you cover that first play and you knew it was going to be a pass, you cover everything short, but then the quarterback just makes something happen. I mean, just good luck trying to get it. That's why he plays QB. That's why he's so dynamic.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their play.
They didn't run goal line. What are you talking about?
He's back to throw on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Earl. And he'll be brought down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. Then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. They'll try to get the first through the air. Snares it outside. It's Goodman. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
They screwed that up.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on a short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down.
He got it.
Good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Good job, yeah. I got it.
Big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Boston College will need to mount a comeback. But these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Notre Dame.
Taking it to the crib.
Boy, KC, as you come here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one, Kevin? We keep an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
I can automate nowhere. Let's just run it.
They go to the ground. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when the guy's going to make a catch, make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play doesn't feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Kept it loose past the marker. They'll get it to the 48.
Good run, James.
It's a first down.
Good run,
You can tell
James.
this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Wham.
They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. And the Gamecocks are flying down the field. Quarterback checking the play.
Let's see what
Wants to throw on first down.
And I don't know what this was, but that's a touchdown.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
That is a touchdown.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
I don't know what they were in, but all I do is get that ball out of my hands. 6. I'll take the extra point, man.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, Dave.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Takes the easy one to the back. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He looks that one in nicely. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Movement here from the tight end.
Really?
Off the RPO, complete. Tackled immediately after the catch. On 2nd down, will they go back to the ground game? Red pass incomplete.
There we go.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
He'll pull it down.
I was supposed to have a spy.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to
I was a spy.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Lost to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got a man, it's tough. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Is that where we're headed?
Have it with a 1st and 10.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's an easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Okay, hold on.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing.
Now on second down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Looking to throw on second down.
Okay.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there.
Really
Still a bit short of the first down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The sure hands. It's Burrow. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football.
Wait.
How did...
How did he block me or didn't block him?
I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line.
Wow. Okay.
Give the ball to my running back and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Lining up to add another.
Okay, man, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive.
Yeah, that's annoying.
And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Give to the running back. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break.
See what he does. Knew it.
Pulls and throws off the RPO.
Good play, Shaquille.
The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Good play, Shaquille.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love that.
Y'all gonna leave him up for the game? Okay. Damn.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but
I'm not gonna make this difficult.
Turning in a big
I am not gonna make this
difficult.
difficult.
Moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the right side. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up second and 3.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to
head into the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take
Get
it
in
to
there,
the house.
Jayvon.
Touchdown,
Get in
Jacksonville
there,
State.
Jayvon.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This
There we
offense
go.
thought they could come into this one running the ball,
See, this
being
is
the
what
more
happens
physical
when you
team,
don't
and they
get
look
tired
like it
every
right
2
now.
plays. You can get some work
And
about
with
you.
the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score.
When you don't get tired every other play, I can get some work about you.
Here's the return from inside his 10.
And when I
He
get
was
some work
looking
about
for
you, I
some
can get
running
some
room,
stats.
but not much to be found as he
Once you
stopped
get
at
stats,
the
I can get
18.
some records. Here we go.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down to possession.
Nothing but green ahead. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down.
Okay.
Makes the grab on the left. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
I called that pick, and then from there, he's been
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
He's been damn near
perfect. The Dogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air.
Can somebody run with him, please? He's right there in our face.
Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to
got one
cash in.
timeout.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Good play, Marquez. Great play, Marquez.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
Nothing crazy. Let's play ball.
Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. He got it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
That was too close for comfort. I'm going to go safe. I don't want to risk
their hope for a
giving
touchdown
a first
gone
down
by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. A short kick, but that angle from the right can be a little tricky. And this one splits the uprights.
What's up with my defense so far? Ooh. Offense is putting up points. Defense is... This has not been our best.
That late in the half field
quarter has not been our best
gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Run inside the 10. Here he comes. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, man. The end of a very entertaining
you ever gonna get tired of the other play? Look at you. 2 touchdowns first half.
From that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here.
Already. Good job.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away.
Get my team's on. Eyeball now.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work.
I'm going to give you a play.
They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Get over there.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Okay.
2nd and 10 after the previous play.
That could be a clean.
The give to the back.
Good play.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the
that's the same game. So it's not going to do that. Get him backside. Wham. There we go.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the change for
my
a
guy's
first
better
down.
than your guy.
The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Here's the give off the left side.
Okay,
One step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Oh,
4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8.
yeah. That's not going to give it to me.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass.
Ooh.
He's got his man. Good, solid
That
pickup
was
there.
a lot of
Now they
heat
can
right there.
start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Running back searching for a hole.
Pretty good.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This is what I'm talking about,
Coaches always
Jayvon.
harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll leave it with him.
Block right there.
Finally run out of
100
bounds, but
yards
he has his
already.
offense rolling with a first down.
Look at that.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. He's got it. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Correct snap.
Got it.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Good play, Nick.
A methodical drive, soul
Forget the
crushing,
handoff. I just snap it right to
spirit-breaking,
you.
and it ends in a touchdown.
Boom.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He
We
was
hit
hoping
one.
for something a little
We
more
hit
dynamic,
one.
that they get him on the ground at the 20.
All right.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Caught in the backfield.
Got him.
It's Burrow. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Tackled, but he has a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again, who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
DJ, you saw him right there.
He's got first down yardage across the 50-yard mark and at the 49. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Burrow.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
On second down, just keeps firing. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up the first down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
What fires to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too?
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
What are you doing? You closed up on the stop for so weekend. What are we doing here?
Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here.
I don't know what we're doing.
One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll go to the ground.
Good play.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a
Good play,
loss of
Darryl.
3.
And it's just so hard. You watch this team on tape week after week after week, and there's just not a lot of space. What great backs, not good backs, and not a lot of offenses having a lot of success. You got to be creative. You got to find ways to get on the perimeter. And
that's good.
And into the end zone. And they'll get him on the ground at the 3-yard line.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering...
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
I like this offense. I like watching it, man. And they find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I'll tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin.
So they give me the ball.
Guys, let's
They
take
can't
a look
onside
at
it,
what's
just give it to
happening in
them.
a great college football
I saw
matchup.
that.
Temple
Play
is ahead right now
couldn't
in
do
South
anything.
Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Gino for the time being. They're up by a field goal over the Sharks. We've got our eye on things here
Right,
and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on
I
that.
didn't know
one,
they
Kevin.
couldn't
Let
be,
us know when it goes
loud. I
final.
ain't been trying to look out.
Here comes the
Oh, they was
offense on
quiet.
first
Okay.
down.
I could audible something. Get this play backside.
The run to the left.
Bam, bam.
At the 45 on his way. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
They definitely quiet, man.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that can get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like It makes
Sergio,
offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of game.
Oh no, you weren't supposed to motion out. You were supposed to just
moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's going to pass on second down.
Okay, that didn't go nothing the way I thought it would. Okay.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Working that left side now. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side.
A little bit ladder. If we build get this off though.
The give as they work on that clock. Trying to pound their way forward.
What was that? That was
31.
That wasn't blocking.
Left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They want to run it left here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, you get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Correct. We'll take it down 2 minutes.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. The completion well past the sticks. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And once he got
Shaquille, lock it up, baby.
They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away.
Yeah, think about it. That's the last time they even forced the ball down the field.
And the returner will
they threw a ball downfield for that ticket, and that was it. It's been deep and dunks,
and Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They're going to open this drive with a pass.
Nice.
They're setting up the screen.
Good play, my players.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield.
Everything's been net.
To the big fella.
Everything has been net.
The sweet throwing catches, plenty to give him a 1st down. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. He's going to pass, trying to get to him. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Good play, Robert.
Bounced right back to them.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Oh, he has all day.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack. Throw the ball away. Now, listen, we can debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding.
He lobs one high down the left side.
Thank you.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but and he hands him the ball at the
Carl
32.
with 2 picks. Love it.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt. Just fouling at that. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Let's go.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Use the play fake. Now to throw.
Oh,
nice
that's so
defensive
goofy.
play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
If I'd have known that,
I
I'd
know
have just
that one
sent him
fell
vertical.
incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
He's
Flag?
brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Why, Trina? Why, Trina? Why, Trina?
Just an obvious
Why?
holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. 2nd down coming up. Off play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He's got an
He
open
didn't land
man.
from the first time.
And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
He has been the go-to guy on offense
didn't
all
learn
game
the first
long.
time.
Critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter. Surprise, surprise. Guess who they go to? That guy.
Oh, Nick. If you can beat him,
He wants to throw.
it's yours.
Unleashes one deep. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed.
And you know what? You kind of deserve it. Late in the game where you could run the clock out, still throwing the football all over the yard. Now this game, it's a long
I didn't
shot.
have enough room to that ball. That was my bad. Alright. Hey, that double flat was working.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I was. Quarterbacks are just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this.
I didn't mean to call
Sorry
timeout.
about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35.
There we go.
He's looking to throw it.
Go.
Pocket starts to
There
collapse.
we go.
And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats
Oh,
there
Lord,
and
Alex,
save
you
the
beat
down.
up, man.
Nobody getting open there.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback,
Oh.
you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. The clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
A deep throw as the
Thank
clock
you.
winds down. And it's picked off for the
You gonna try the
3rd
receiver?
time today.
Good
And
catch,
a
James.
big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It doesn't get any better for your
gonna
defense.
try
You
the
know exactly
receiver.
the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything
You gotta
in
know your
favor.
personnel.
Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Really nice job
How about
stopping
we
the
just
run,
let
but the
Alex
problem
stay
is
up
you
the
have
rest of the
0 timeouts left.
How
You
about that?
cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Last play. Last play.
After this, it'll be a wrap.
Nick, he might be able to get you some get back. We'll see.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air.
Nope, I screwed that up. Running back was open. That's crazy.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this
There
team
we go.
coming to fruition.
Love it.
Just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other,
we had a few shaky grounds on defense, but we held down. We played good.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis.